Hey everyone, Chip Kosei here with Laws for Life. I am the recent recipient of a teenage driver, so I have plenty of experience in this area, and I wanted to share some thoughts with you about how you can protect yourself and your teenage driver once they hit the streets. You know, I used to make a joke to all my friends that when their daughter or son was going to start driving, I was going to get them a bumper sticker that says, hey, if you don't like the way I drive, then stay off the sidewalk. And I know that's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but really what we're talking about is youthful and inexperienced drivers that are on the roadways. What can you do to protect them? Number one, make sure that they take a driver's education course. It's invaluable. These teachers are very, very good, and it gives you some level of assurance and comfort knowing that they've had a certain amount of time behind the wheel with a driving teacher. Secondly, make sure you spend at least 50 hours on the road with them from the time they have their learning permit to the time they have their driver's license. I believe it's a requirement in Louisiana, and you sign a certificate, but you know, people can say they did it and they really don't. I would really recommend you do. I noticed with my daughter when she started driving that she had a tendency to hug the right side of the road, and I was worried about her hitting parked cars. We were able to correct that through some fighting and also through some instruction. So that's a very important thing. So what else can you do to have some assurance that your teenage driver is being safe when you're not in the car? They have some devices, I forget what it's called, but you can get them online. They're fairly cheap, and there's a port underneath your dashboard, and I think it's called like an OD port or whatever, and you just simply pull it off the cover and you slide this thing into it, and what it allows you to do is to record their driving habits. Are they speeding? Are they coming to complete stops? Things like that, so that you can analyze that to determine if they're truly driving safely or if you need to get them to park the car. In addition, if they are exhibiting safe driving habits, many times, since teenage drivers are more expensive to insure than older drivers, you can send that data to your insurance company as proof that you have a safe driver, and it can reduce your premiums. Speaking of premiums, always something on people's minds because people hate buying insurance, and you know what? I don't blame you. Problem is that you need it, and when you need it, you want it to be there, but you don't want to overpay. So if your teenage driver, first off, female drivers are generally less expensive to insure than male drivers. Now you can't do anything about that, but secondly, if they make good grades, that will be eligible for a discount. So speak with your insurance agent and see what factors will lower those insurance premiums, and see if your child has achieved those so that you can report that to the insurance company. There's one other factor, and it kind of was maybe more important when I started driving, don't know if it still is, but a lot of parents will emancipate their minors for the purpose of allowing them to have standalone insurance and not cause the family's premiums to skyrocket. Don't know much about that, so if you are looking at that, I would definitely say speak to an attorney and a CPA to see what are the tax ramifications and the legal ramifications of doing that. So keep your teenagers safe out there, and we'll talk again soon. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, chip@koseelaw.com. Thanks a lot.